answers? There is one important point in this question, which is the last transaction. So that for that last transaction, I am solving this whole question. And in this question, 2 to 3 notes will come. So be attentive. Opening cash balance 7,000 and bank balance 6,000. I discussed earlier, bank balance we will write on debit side. Bank overdraft we would write on credit side. Here debit side, 2 balance brought down. Cash balance is 7,000 and bank balance is 6,000. Did all understand this?
Yes, sir.
Next. Understand it properly. I'll not be asking you, I'll be just explaining you. The question is very lengthy. If I ask, we'll not be able to finish it on time. Cash purchase is rupees 6,000. The journal entry will be purchase account debit to cash account. Now to cash account credit, so we will write on credit side. The date is 3rd. Name of opposite account by purchases account, and in cash column 6,000. Otherwise also, when we purchase goods for cash, is the money received or paid? Paid. So it will come on payment side. Okay. Cash sales rupees 7,000. So cash account debit to sales account. Cash account debit. So in cash book we will write on debit side. The date is 3rd. To sales account, in cash column 7,000. Okay. Otherwise also, when we sell the goods, is the money received or paid? Received. So it will come on receipt side. And we have sold the goods, so to sales account. Understood that? 3,000 is deposited in the bank is a contra entry. The journal entry is bank account debit to cash account. Bank account debit, so in debit side bank column write down 3,000. Bank account debit, so in debit side bank column write down 3,000. Now bank column we have written, so opposite we will write to cash account. LF column C. Okay. Here we write to cash, so credit side will write the opposite by bank account. LF column C. We write by bank account, so opposite of that in cash column we will write 3,000. Understood this shortcut properly, everyone? Bank account debit to cash account. Bank account debit, so amount in the debit side will come in bank column, then opposite, opposite, opposite. Is everyone clear with this? Date on both the sides will be 5. Raise your hand who did not understand the contra entry. So, any confusion with this contra entry?
No.
Now next, as more funds are required in the business, loan of 5,000 is taken from Prabhu bearing 8% interest rate. So loan is borrowed, cash account debit to 8% Prabhu's loan account. Cash account debit, so we will write on debit side. The date is 6. Name of opposite account to 8% Prabhu's loan account, in cash column 5,000. Who is speaking in between? Did you all understand this? Otherwise also, if the loan is borrowed, then do we receive the money or we have to pay the money? We receive the money when we borrow the loan. So it will come on receipt side. Got it, everyone? Loan is borrowed, so to Prabhu's loan account. Next. Goods of 3,000 sold to Mansi at 10% cash discount. And then Mansi issued a check. We have not issued, Mansi has given us the check of necessary amount, don't speak in between, which is deposited in the bank. So bank account debit, cash discount account debit to sales account. Cash discount is the pet dog of cash and bank. Here bank account debit, so cash discount account also debit to sales. Bank and cash discount debit means we will write on debit side. The date is 8. Name of opposite account to sales account. Now first we will always count cash discount. So do 3000 into 10%. 300, write it in discount column. Don't speak in between, maintain silence. Press minus equals to 2700 will come in bank column. Did you understand this, everyone? Next. Raise your hand. Put your pens down. Goods of 7,000 purchased from Dr. Vij and 50% of the amount is immediately paid by cash. Raise your hand. What will be the entry and how will you record it? One note will come here, so just be attentive first, okay? Bhavsa, Drashti. Purchase account debit to Dravij or Dr. Vij, whatever it is, and to cash. What amounts? Combined entry is correct. Now, how will we record it? Shimali, concentrate here. Yes, by purchase account in cash, for what amount? 3,500. So now, do you have any different answer or the same? Okay, now be attentive. What she said is 100% correct. The entry what she said is 100% correct. But here the recording is not correct. If you remember in subsidiary books, last chapter we discussed, when there is partly cash, partly credit, we treat it as fully credit transaction and recorded in purchase book or sales book. And then whatever payment is done or whatever money is received, that we recorded in cash book. So actually here two single entries will come, combined entry won't come. Because one single entry of treating it as fully credit transaction is recorded in purchase book. And the other entry of making the payment is recorded in cash book. So instead of passing the combined entry, we would pass two single entries, and because of that effects will change. How come? First we will treat it as fully credit transaction, so we'll pass the entry purchase account debit with full amount 7,000 to Dr. Vij account with full amount 7,000. This entry will come in purchase book. Understood that? We treat it as fully credit transaction. Then whatever payment we make, 50%, 3,500, that we write it in cash book. For that the single entry will be Dr. Vij is the receiver, debit the receiver, Dr. Vij account debit, cash goes out, credit what goes out to cash account. 50% money we have paid, that is 3,500. This entry comes in cash book. Now as per this single entry, when you write it in cash account on credit side, what should we write? By Dr. Vij, not write by purchase account. Yes, combined entry would be what? Dr. Vij you credit with, debit with. So 7,000 minus 3,500, what is the net credit? So combined entry what you said, purchase account debit to Dr. Vij 3,500 to cash 3,500 is correct. But we don't do the recording from the combined entry. Because first we treat it as fully credit transaction. So first we treat full purchase with 7,000 and write it in purchase book. So now when we make the payment, we again cannot say purchase account debit. Now we have to say Dr. Vij is the receiver, Dr. Vij account debit to cash. So when you write on the credit side, what should you write by? Dr. Vij account. Did you understand this? Yes, if journal entries are asked, then you can pass the combined entry. Means in the journal chapter you will pass the entry purchase account debit to cash 3,500 to Dr. Vij 3,500. But when subsidiary books are asked, the treatment is different. First we treat it as fully credit transaction and write it in purchase book. So in purchase book we shall record it with full amount of 7,000. And then whatever payment is done, we write it in cash book. Now when we write the payment in cash book, we will say Dr. Vij is the receiver. So you cannot write by purchase account, you have to write by Dr. Vij account. But every time partly cash, partly credit comes, we will not think so much in detail. So you just remember it this way, that whenever there is partly cash and partly credit transaction, don't write sales or purchase, write the name of the person. If goods are sold, then also don't write sales. If they are sold to Shamita, you write to Shamita account. And if goods are purchased, then again you don't write by purchase account, you write by like Dr. Vijay account. So you just remember it this way: when there is partly cash and partly credit transaction, then in cash book we will not record sales account or purchase account. What will we write here? Name of the funds. This shortcut you remember from this chapter point of view. Rest we already know the money is received or the money is paid. Like here we are purchasing goods, the money is paid, so it will come on the payment side. But don't write by purchases, you will write by Dr. Vijay account. And logic I have explained you. Understood this portion, everyone? So take out the notes. Any note number 4? How many notes written so far? 2 notes are written so far. So third note right now. In partly cash and partly credit transactions, in partly cash and partly credit transactions, comma, name of person should be recorded in particulars column. Understood that? Any doubts? In bracket write instead of, in bracket mention that instead of purchase account or sales account. Okay? So like normally we do, when goods are sold we write sales account, when goods are purchased we write purchase account. But when there is partly cash, partly credit transaction, then instead of writing sales account or purchase account, you will write the name of the person. Remember this shortcut. Okay? So this will come on the credit side. The date is 10. But instead of writing by purchases account, we will write by Dr. Vij account. And we have made the payment in cash. So in cash column 3,500. Okay, raise your hand who did not understand why purchase account will not come. Okay, the logic is first we treat it as fully credit transaction and that we recorded in purchase book. So there we have recorded full amount of 7,000. Now the payment we write it in cash book. When we write the payment in cash book, then we'll say Dr. Vij is the receiver, debit the receiver, Dr. Vij account debit to cash. So here you write by Dr. Vij. And you cannot write by purchase. The purchase will actually become in purchase book also 7,000. Here also 3,500. And actual purchases will become 10,500 when you do the posting in the ledger, which is wrong. Purchases are 7,000. Got it, everyone? So you should write by Dr. Vij account. Any doubts in this? Okay. Remember this important part, okay? I hope all the notes etc. you revise before your exams. Those notes are important and we write it all at the one place, summary in the beginning, so that you go through them before the test etc. Next, salary 3,000, wages 500 and stationery 200 are paid by check. Salary account debit, wages account debit, stationery account debit, they all are expenses. 2 bank account. 2 bank account we are paid by check. So 2 bank means on credit side the date is 12. 3 entries will come. First by salary account in bank column 3,000. Again same date 12. By wages account in bank column 500. And again same date 12 by stationery account in bank column 200. Got it, everyone? Otherwise also underline the word paid. So come on which side? Payment side. Okay. Next. Commission 1,000 and brokerage 500. Underline the word received by cash. So which side? Anyway, the journal entries cash account debit. 2 commission, 2 brokerage. They both are incomes. Credit or incomes and gains. Now cash account debit. So in cash book we will write on debit side. The date is 14. Both the opposite accounts will come. First to commission account in cash column 1,000 and same date 14 to brokerage account in cash column 500. Understood that, everyone? Next, bank credited interest of 100 on balance in Namrata's bank. Now listen here, there's one shortcut which you'll remember. One more shortcut you can remember here. No need to write it in the notes, just remember. For this chapter only. In last chapter I told you a shortcut that bank credited interest means you identify the income or expense and give opposite effect to bank account. So bank credit and interest. Interest is our income. Credit all incomes and gains. So interest account will credit and opposite effect bank account will debit. Means the journal entry would be bank account debit to interest account. Bank account debit means we will write on debits. Now you remember, and then bank credited. So don't do the mistake of writing it on credit side. You write it on debit side. Bank credited means in the passbook bank has credited it. But in the cash book we have to write it on debit side. So this is one more shortcut you can remember in this chapter. Any of the transactions you find bank debited, then you write on the credit side. And if they say bank credited, then you write it on the debit side. Okay, if they say bank debited means bank has debited in the passbook. But in cash book we'll write on credit side. Remember this shortcut. And if they say bank credited, then you write it on the debit side. However, the logic I will already explain you. Because our bank account is the receiver. So bank account debit to bank interest account. Okay. So here bank credited. We will write on debit side. The date is 16 to bank interest account. In bank column 100. Understood that everyone? Next. Raise your hand. 2000 withdrawn from the bank for the payment of electricity bill. 2000 withdrawn from the bank for the payment of electricity bill. But tell me the journal entry. Anyone else? Raise your hand. Jen? Nothing is mentioned, means shops only. Yes. Be attentive. This mistake you should not do. What Patel said is correct. The moment this mistake normally happens, because the moment you see the expense, now you have that insect in you. Now you have that insect in you that the moment you see the expense, you all become suddenly very genius. You all raise up your collars. We know debit or expenses and losses. So electricity bill account debit, right? But here keep it in mind, the money is only withdrawn. Bill is not yet paid. And I discussed this earlier also in past chapters. So what Patel said is correct. Cash comes in, debit what comes in, cash account debit. Bank is the giver, credit the giver to bank account. Contra entry. Any doubt in this? So how will we record the contra entry? Which account debit? Why you will be attentive? Cash account debit. So debit side in cash column write down 2000. Okay, once again, which account debit? So in debit side cash column 2000. Now opposite, opposite, opposite. We have written in cash column, so opposite of that write to bank account. LF column C. Debit side we have written to bank account, so credit side by cash account. LF column C. Credit side we have written by cash account, so amount will come in bank column 2000. Okay. Once again cash account debit to bank account. Once again cash account debit to bank account 2000. Cash account debit, so debit side in cash column 2000. Then opposite, opposite, opposite. We write it in cash column, so opposite of that to bank. Opposite of bank by cash. Opposite of cash bank column. Understood that everyone? Any confusions? And the date is 17. So both the sides the date will be 17. So are you all comfortable with the contra entry now? Okay. Next. See, 1000 paid for electricity. Now we are paying it. Earlier the amount is only withdrawn and now we are paying it. And remaining 1000 is taken for personal use from the business. So now we'll say electricity bill is an expense. And personal use means owner is the receiver. Entry will be electricity bill account debit, drawings account debit to cash account. To cash account, so in cash book on credit side, date is 20. Both the opposite accounts will come. By electricity bill account in cash column 1000 and same date 20 by drawings account in cash column 1000. Understood that everyone? Any doubts so far? Otherwise also underline the word paid. So it will come on the payment side. Now, goods of 5000 sold to Parth. He issued a check of necessary amount after deducting cash discount at the rate of 10%, which is immediately deposited in the bank. So bank account debit, therefore cash discount account also debit its dog, and to sales account. Okay, the combined entry is bank account debit, cash discount account debit to sales. Bank and cash discount account debit, so in cash book we'll write on debit side, the date is 22, name of opposite account to sales account. Now first we'll always count the cash discount. So do 5,000 into 10%, 500. Now press minus equals to 4,500, that will come in bank column. Got it everyone? Any confusions so far? Next, check issued by Parth is dishonored. Now be attentive. Highlight the word dishonored. Now understand this. Whenever the check is rejected by the bank, it is called dishonored or bounced. Several reasons may be there. Suppose I receive a check of rupees 151 from Amit, and let us say that he does not have bank balance. So bank rejects the check. Here we say that the check is dishonored. There may be several reasons. If there is wrong signature, then also check will dishonor. If signature is correct, bank balance is also there, but there is any overwriting, then also it will dishonor, because they will doubt on my character then. Suppose 151 was there, he by mistake wrote 161 earlier, and then he cancelled 60 and made it 50. Then bank will not doubt on him. Bank will doubt on my character that I have cancelled 60 and made it 50. So bank will dishonor the check. So several reasons are possible. What happens is, if it is dishonored, you'll give back the check to the person. So entry will get reversed. Like earlier I received the check from Amit. So bank to Amit. Now it is dishonored, I'll give it back to him. So Amit is the receiver in to bank account. Bank balance will again decrease. And moreover, the amount again becomes receivable from that person. However, in cash book, you have to remember an important point. Dishonor means, remember, you have to reverse the entry. Dishonor means we have to reverse. Like just now we received the check from Amit, not from Amit, from Parth for the sales. So dishonor means you reverse. Here we have written on the debit side. So if it is dishonored, we'll write on the debit side. If check is given to someone, it is dishonored, you write on the debit side. Opposite side, reverse it. Here we have written on the debit side. So now dishonor means you reverse and write it on the credit side. But whenever you reverse it, don't write by sales. We have to receive the amount back from Parth. So you write by Parth account. Amount is again receivable from Parth. Parth is the receiver in to bank account. Okay, so whenever check is dishonored, rule 1, reverse the entry. Whenever check is dishonored, rule 1, reverse the entry. And rule 2 in particular is always write the name of the person. Reverse the entry means don't exactly reverse it back. Okay, you'll reverse it and write on the opposite side, but in particulars you'll write the name of the person. Understood that portion? In the event of dishonor of check, comma, reverse the earlier entries. Now why I am saying entries, that also understand it. Suppose I received a check of 151 from Amit, and I also have to pay that 151 to Rekha. I give that check to Rekha. Now because of his insufficient balance, the check gets dishonored. So first Rekha will give it back to me, that also have to reverse, and I will give it back to Amit, that also have to reverse. When Amit's check I give it to Rekha, it is called endorsement. That point also I'll explain you in the next period what is to be. Understood that portion, everyone? Any doubts on that? So therefore I made you reverse the earlier entries. Okay? So however, in particulars column, always record the name of the person. Okay? So here what we will do, just now we received the check from Parth, we wrote it on the debit side. Now reverse and write on the credit side. The date is 25, but instead of to sales, you'll write by path account, name of the person. And don't reverse the discount. Only check will be reversed. Means in bank, column 4000, bank. Discount is generally not reversed because what will happen is we will give back the check to Parth, so either he'll pay the money again in cash or he'll give a new check. So discount remains as it is only. It's an internal arrangement, mutual understanding. So normally you don't reverse the discount. The person either gives you the amount in cash or he gives you the fresh amount of check. Is everyone clear with this? Next. Check of 6050 is issued to Bansri towards an old debt and total debt was 6100. Means 50 is allowance. Here issued to Bansri, so Bansri is the receiver. Bansri account debit 6100, to bank account 6050, to allowance account 50. To bank, to allowance, so we will write on credit side. The date is 28. Opposite account by Bansri account. In discount column we will write the allowance of 50 and we have issued check. So in bank column we'll write 6050. Okay, and then issued to Bansri means we are paying to Bansri, so we'll come on the payment side and by Bansri account. Got it everyone? Next, exactly similar one. Gopi has paid, but then Gopi has paid. We have received. As I told you earlier also, the moment you find the word paid, don't write on the payment side. Who has paid, that also you see. Gopi has paid, we are receiving, so will come on receipt side. 2000 by cash in full settlement of debt of 2040. So here also 40 is allowance. Cash account debit 2000, allowance account debit 40, to Gopi account 2040. Rima and Bhavya be attended. Time is limited, otherwise I would have been asking you all these transactions. And I'll be doing that tomorrow. Not able to answer, I'll make you like 100 times. Each and every effect which you're not able to answer. So, concentrate on what is going on. Cash account debit 2000, allowance account debit 40, to Gopi account 2040. Now cash and allowance account debit, so we'll write on debit side, the date is not 29. Name of opposite account to Gopi account. In cash column 2000 and in allowance means discount column 40. Are you okay with this? Now again put your pens down. After keeping cash on and 5000, remaining amount is deposited in the bank. Mark it important. First I will explain the actual concept. Then I'll explain the shortcut method of doing it. And similar practice we'll do tomorrow also. This is the most important point in this chapter, the last transaction. Keeping so much amount in and deposited the remaining in the bank. We'll practice that tomorrow also. Then I'll give you the similar ones in homework. Okay? So understand it's guaranteed in exam. Generally the last transaction will be that one. First of all, how much amount we have deposited in the bank we have to find out. So, if we do receipts, total 7, 14, 19, 20, 22, 24, 500. If you do receipts side, total will come to 24,500. And if you do payments 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 500. Payments side, total will come to 14,500. Means, can I say right now we have cash of 10,000? Any confusion with this? Receipt side total is 24,500 minus payment side total is 14,500. So we can say right now we have the cash of 10,000. Out of this, how much we have to keep in business? Last transaction 5,000. So how much shall we deposit in the bank? 5,000. With this, you'll pass the contra entry. You're depositing it in the bank. So bank account debit to cash account 5,000. But why to do so many calculations? We will do it in a shortcut manner. How come in a shortcut manner? That you understand. And we'll get the same result. Okay? How much we have to keep cash in hand? So can I say that our closing balance should be 5,000? So what you do is, leaving one line for the entry of contra entry. Leaving one line for the entry of contra entry. write down 31st August by balance carried down in cash column 5,000. First step. Okay, I'm telling you the shortcut way of doing this. Workings will not be required. Number it as 1 with pencil. Got it, everyone? So if it was given keeping 4,000 in hand, remaining amount is deposited in the bank, then this closing balance you would have written 4,000. If it was given keeping 6,000 in hand, remaining amount is deposited in the bank, then first the closing balance you will write 6,000. Now we will do the normal balancing. So do 7,000 plus 7,000 plus 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 500 plus 2,000 plus 2,000. I had already done that. What is it coming to? 24,500. After this, write this 2,400 in cash column, both the sides parallel to each other. Okay, normal balancing will do as we said. 24,500 both the sides in cash column. Okay, is 24,500 already there on the calculator screen? Now minus 6,000, minus 3,000, minus 3,500, minus 1,000, minus 1,000. Also minus this 5,000. Do that also. What remains? Write it in between where the line is left. Write it in between where the line is left and number it as 2. See, directly we get that this 5,000 we are depositing in the bank. Now you pass contra entry with this. What is the rule of contra entry? Opposite, opposite, opposite. This 5,000 comes in which column? So write by bank account, LF column C. Now here by bank, so debit side opposite of that, to cash account, number it as 4, LF column C. Now to cash account, so amount will come in bank column, 5,000, number it as 5. And what date we are depositing this? So both the sides date will come 31st. So in this shortcut what happens is, you automatically get 5,000 deposited in the bank and balancing is also done without doing any workings. See, if you deposit 5,000 in the bank, what would have been the journal entry? Bank account debit to cash account. Bank account debit, so debit side amount will come in. Bank column opposite, to cash opposite, by bank opposite, cash column. That automatically gets done. So you remember, whatever amount you have to keep in hand, that you'll write as closing balance. And then for the balancing amount you pass the contra. Understood that? So automatically you get the write down in the notes. If in the last transaction, a certain amount of cash is to be kept in hand. Cash is to be kept in hand. Then do the following steps. Do the following steps. See, with pencil we have numbered it also so that when you revise you understand step by step what order you have to go. Okay. Step 1. Cash to be kept in hand will be shown on the credit side. Cash to be kept in hand will be shown on the credit side as closing balance. Can you all see this? Cash we have to keep in hand 5,000 that we have shown on the credit side as closing balance. And step 2. For the balancing amount on credit side, right? After subtracting even this 5,000, what is the balancing amount on the credit side? 5,000. For the balancing amount on the credit side, comma, pass the contra entry. Okay, how do we pass the contra entry? This balancing amount comes in which column? Cash column. So opposite, opposite, opposite. So this steps you'll follow automatically what is required will get done. Now bank will do the normal balancing. Debit side looks more or credit side looks more? Bank column. Debit side looks more. Do it 6,000 plus 3,000 plus 2,700 plus 100 plus 4,500 plus 5,000, 21,300. Right, 21,300 on both the sides. Okay, already there on the calculator. Do minus 3,000 minus 500 minus 200 minus 2,000 minus 4,500 minus 6,050. 50. This is your bank balance. Understood that, everyone? Opposite side, both of them you write first September 2015 to balance. But on this opposite side, what we write, if in schools they don't write it, you may ignore that. Okay, in schools. Otherwise, normally we just are showing that closing balance of current month becomes the opening balance of next month. And in discount, we don't have to do any balancing, only totals. So this is 840. Are you all clear with this? Tomorrow, 10 to 11, I'll take the class of cash book. Similar question will practice in bank books question I'll take up. Okay? And 11 to 12, you'll have the test of accounts. Are you all clear with this? 10 to 11, I'll take the classes of cash book. And then 11 to 12, you'll have the test of accounts. Bye everyone.